in command and control. The second place position in this class would be John Gruey, the 51-year-old rider there with a 2-4 right now. And
oh, they're off.
Yes, they are. Barry Carson looking at a 4-3 right now.
All right, Mike Brown. Man, not only has Mike Brown been a great finisher, winning every moto, but he has been a great starter as well. He's picking up the Bell Helmets hole shot. Mike Brown continuing his dominating streak here at the ranch, but I think that is going to be John Grew is going to be in the third place spot on that number 70 machine, and it is going to be Gregory Palmart out of Birdsboro, Pennsylvania, in the number 2 spot.
Is that Frenchie? Frenchie back with us. Gregory Palmer there out of on the Team Green Kawasaki. He's been a staple in the plus classes for several years as well. And I kind of wonder, I hadn't seen him make too much of a mark. He finished 6th and 7th in the first and second motos, but a good solid start here in the third moto. He might be able to make a mark here today.
I tell you who's been one of the funnest guys to watch all week. That has been Budman, Buddy Antonez on that 76 Suzuki in the number 3 spot right now. He had an all-out war with John Grew in our last plus 40 moto. Actually, they ended up going down together with Antonez trying to stick it on the inside right after the sign area, and it was such a good battle. So Antonez still in a battle, though. He is going after the number 25. Nathan Ramsey getting around the outside of Antonez. So Ramsey puts himself into the 3rd spot. Man, we have got some guys in this one. Mike Brown, Nathan Ramsey, Buddy Antonez, all guys who have won championships at a high level of motocross racing.
And you got some big names again, even like Barry Carson. And as we said, and Antonez making a move there, moving up a spot. It looks like John Gruey's a huge name in the amateur racing world as well, as they all come together here in the senior 40-plus class in this first lap of racing. Wow!
The Grew-Antonez battle shaping up again. Antonez not afraid to send it off the jumps, showing us why he has 5 Arena Cross titles. But John Grew and Antonez, they hooked up last time around. I'm sure they were just having fun racing, no hard feelings, but they raced each other hard in the last moto. We have a Yamaha rider coming up into the mix too.
That's Billy Fosnock, the number 13 machine. Fosnock actually went 18-10, so he's trying to make an exclamation point on the weekend right now. The 58 of Jimmy Evans, a 5-5 situation and scenario he rolls into this one with. He's looking at 7th place position right now. Philip Myers back in the 8th spot aboard the 26. Chris Kiefer is 9th. Chad Smith rounds out your top 10.
Fosnock getting all off the back. He was slipping and sliding through that mud. Must have caught some traction. Almost loops it out. But Palmart on the 44 Kawasaki trying to catch up to the 25 of Nathan Ramsey. But folks, guess what? Mike Brown on the first lap, opening up an 8-second lead just in 1 lap. And I imagine that is further now even than it was when he came across the stripe.
Yes, it's Frenchy right now under some problems from Ned Ramsey. 44, Greg Palmer in the number 2 spot, or at least was. Nate Ramsey, the 25, less than a second behind. He was being pushed another 1.5 seconds back by Buddy Antonez, and John Gruey and Billy, well, Fosnock, I think maybe a little bit of a mistake might have took him out of there. But there's Palmer there. That is the 2nd place position we're watching on Racer TV's coverage. Nate Ramsey, I believe, is the number 45 machine we'll be seeing, or 25 machine we're seeing right now, and I believe that he has gotten around Palmer now, so we see that I believe that pass, or has he? The way they keep showing things there.
Yeah, he is around Palmer.
Yeah, so here.
Ramsey up in the number 2 spot. So it is Brown and Ramsey once again, 1 and 2. These guys, that seems to be a little bit of the story. John Grew actually getting 2nd in the first moto. But Grew right now still working, or actually just getting passed by Fosnock that last lap around. So Grew trying to work his way back forward and get another podium finish in moto number 3.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm witnessing something that I regularly do not see ever, and that is John Gruey actually being under fire and under pressure and out of his comfort zone. Honestly, I have never seen, at least in recent years, the number 70 of John Gruey out of his comfort zone. Megawatt Matt Watson joining us here, and you've watched some of these battles with us over the last few years as well, and I'd say you probably are thinking the same thing about right now.
Well, let me tell you something about John Gruey. First of all, Rodney, that guy, he's as well versed as they come down here. You know, you think of the greats, you think of the Foleys, you think of the Carmichael, you think all the guys that come down here and won these championships, the Alessis and stuff. Nobody's more well versed than Gruey. And right now, it is a bit surprising to see him not putting on the charge or being under attack himself, you know, and leading the way. But I got to tell you, what I've seen over the years is this class right here becoming extremely competitive. Take a look at these names: Mike Brown, Nate Ramsey, Buddy Antonez.
Speaking of which, he's right now working on Palmer, it looks like, for that third place position. So we got a battle going on right now for the number 3 spot. Buddy Antonez working up through the pack on the 76, and you're right, Megawatt, with the names like that in the mix of things here in this senior 40-plus class. It is.
Are you kidding?
The competition feels
deep.
This is
a flashback to the ranch. My man Top Jimmy was talking about Buddy Antonez charging there a minute ago. This reminds me of back in the day when this kid was on an R&D Cycles mini bike, man, okay? That's how the guy looked on a bike back then. We're talking about senior plus 40 right now, Jimmy. I'm telling you right now, when you take a look at this could have been Loretta Lynn's 1988, 1990, 19 whatever right there. When you take a look at the names on this list, John Gruey doing one heck of a job here today, brother.
Oh, yeah,
I can tell you.
I tell you what, Megawatt, that's something you never lose as a competitor, is that will and that fire just to go after people. And Buddy Antonez, like I said, he's been one of my favorite guys to watch all week.
As soon as you said the name Bud, man, when you look out there, you can find him on the track. He's got that unique style. As you said, you'll never lose. And, man, the first thing, I'm surprised he's not wearing an R&D Cycles out of Norwalk, man, jersey. So that guy, when you take a look at him, you look at that aggressive riding right now. John Gruey getting a decent start, hanging in there inside the top 5 right now. This senior plus 40 class, one of the most competitive classes you're going to see at any given time. Take a look at the names in the past in this class.
I know. It seems like rather odd that you get excited for the plus classes, but these have been some of the, well, since I've been coming here, some of the more exciting battles, and well, not more, but some of the exciting battles that I have remembered in years.
Take a look out on the track right now. How do you not get excited?
That's exactly right.
Rob Fox, we can't see underneath these helmets, man. We can't tell how old these guys are by the way they're riding, can we, brother?
Yeah, not at all. I mean, these guys are out there killing it. They look just like 20-year-old riders that we just watched before. But
yeah, Gruey getting under. I'm sorry, didn't mean to cut in, but Gruey and Palmer now battling for that 4th place position. So Gruey has reeled him in right now. So we got a battle. We're going to kind of keep an eye on that as it rolls through Storyland. And yes, welcoming Rob Fox from Team Dunlop here with us this week. And Rob, welcome back again to the ranch. Welcome back to the tower. I know you've been here all week. We've seen you up here a couple of times. I've watched the guys up there at Dunlop. They've been throwing tires on left and right all week long, man.
Yeah, no, we're always excited to come here to Loretta's, and I've been here the last 5-6 years, and I really enjoy it. Every year it's something that I look forward to, and yeah, you're right. We got a great crew up there that I can rely on to make sure that everybody gets taken care of. So we're here winning championships left and right, and we're just happy to be here and help everybody out.
That is great. And with being here and at this special event, man, I got to say, I know that you guys, events like this, like to take care of the riders. I mean, there's special things going on up at Dunlop right now.
Yeah, we definitely have special deals, special pricing, and actually I was down over here at the line. I got a text from Jeff Cernick saying that we're going to be doing a special sale today and tomorrow. So if you need some tires to take home, make sure you come up and check out what we have to offer. The best pricing you'll get anywhere.
I like it when they don't mention the prices. That means it's ridiculously low, you know?
You know what? I've been friends with these guys for years. We call Jeff the Knobby Ninja. And you know what? Right here sitting there, we're in rubber royalty presence right now, dude. This guy is the king of compound. This guy is rubber royalty we're talking to right now, Rob Fox. Rob, tell us about what we've seen the track go through and what we've done with tires up there in the pits this week.
Yeah, it was pretty exciting for us this week. We actually made available our new MX-12 sand and mud tire, which is something we just came out with. So this is the first time it's available to the public. We debuted it at Southwick and also used it at Millville a couple weeks ago. So we're very excited to have that available. A lot of guys were using it all week long, but we're definitely recommending it for early motos, and then definitely if there's any rain or mud. So the first few motos this week was pretty muddy, and especially today we had some rain overnight. So picking the right tire is definitely crucial to make sure you get the best performance out of your bike. So that's what we're here for, to help everybody with making a decision on what to run out there and what pressure.
Wow, literally an unproven tire, but one that you guys were proud of and confident in. You stick these guys out here in these early motos. That's pretty good. That says a lot about the R&D development there at Dunlop Tires, man. You guys are on the cutting edge of technology, and just because you got a great product, don't mean you rest on your laurels up there.
Yeah, we're always pushing the envelope, trying to come up with something new, and we're really excited about that MX-12. It's been in the works for the last couple of years. Everybody's used to the MX-11 sand and mud tire, but we're really excited how this new MX-12 came out. It was designed to help with cornering a little bit more, a little bit different shape, a little bit taller, a little bit narrower to help in the muddy conditions and sandy conditions. So for us, we're really excited to have it.
All right, now, do you guys have special prices on those two, or Jack?
Those are all sold out.
No, well, there you go.
They were gone within the first 3 days. So right now we have our MX-3Ss and MX-52s up there ready to go, which would be your go-to tire for most of the tracks. Still guys are running them out there. I think Mike Brown's on an MX-3S right now out there winning. So we have all the other tires, plenty of them available, but they will go fast.
And speaking of going fast, we got a couple guys going fast. Jason Wygant watching the scenario and situation unfold right now in this senior 40-plus class.
No, I'm upset.
Well, what are you
upset?
What are you upset?
This is an injustice. We have a major emergency problem.
What's that?
We do not have Buddy Antunez and Barry Karsten battling in this moto. It is the first time that they have. What did you do, Barry? Why did you get a bad start?
He was last.
Megawatt, Barry Karsten, and Buddy Antunez, their first two motos of the week, they spent the entire moto about as far apart as you and I were.
I watched them. We had them on big screen. It was absolutely ridiculous. And like I told Top Jimmy a minute ago, when I saw Budman out there, I'm surprised he wasn't wearing an R&D jersey. Dude,
I know.
Tell you,
Bring it back.
This guy was bringing it hard. And you know what, Karsten, there he is, the godfather down here at this place, dude, okay? Everybody's favorite Uncle Barry, bringing it year after year, dude.
I love how the backgrounds could not be any more different. Barry was like cleaning the you-know-whats of an RV when he was growing up. Meanwhile, you have Buddy Antunez with the mullet coming out of Southern California, the fastest, trickiest factory amateur Suzuki bike of all time. And like 30 years later, they meet and they're the exact same speed.
It's the
exact
truth, dude.
same speed.
It's the honest to goodness. That's an amazing observation because you talk about polar opposites. There they are, brother.
Yeah, exactly. But somehow, Barry, you screwed this up. You didn't get the start. He's now up to 8th, but Budman is in 3rd. I don't think he's going to catch. Budman, do us a favor. Just stall that thing real quick.
Know, give us a little burp in the corner. Make it competitive here. That's all we need.
Slug it out. Now, Mike Brown. So I was down there on the podium for the previous moto in the girls' class, and we had to pause because the gate's dropping. It's too loud. So I take a glance over. Mike Brown, I am not kidding. By the time the gate had finished dropping, he had a 3-bike length lead. His jump and his execution to get over the gate and not spin and hook up in the mud, it was, I don't understand. I'm like, did his gate drop a second earlier than everyone else's? His jump was so ridiculously good.
It's so crazy you say that. I just had a discussion with a young man that'll be racing at 11 o'clock. Said, look, one thing that's going to matter today, dude, I don't care what gate you're in, you have to get out first. You have to get that jump. Mike Brown proved it.
Oh, my God. He had it. I swear there were 42 gates that dropped one way, or 41, and then his dropped 1 second earlier.
And Rob Fox is going to tell us right now, if it wasn't for that MX-3S, son, that would have never happened.
Is he running the 3S? He's running the Scoop?
Yep.
Not running the Scoop.
Nope.
I've seen a lot of the new Scoop. That's a 12, right?
Yes. Yep.
Seen a lot of that, even not just today in the mud, just in general.
Yeah, we have guys running it all week. It's a new tire that they're really excited and like. Mike Brown is kind of old school, so he likes the normal soft intermediate MX-3S tire, and he makes it work. I mean, he's out there with the giant lead, and it's working for him.
Break this down with the Dunlops. Why do you feel more riders? I don't recall seeing the sand tire, the mud Scoop used at Loretta as much. Why do you think this year we're seeing it on the podium and winning motos?
Yeah, the early motos, the track guys have been disking the track a little bit more than normal, and you can see the ruts are developing, and there's some sand, and they put in some mulch and some different materials into the track to make it a little bit more technical. So a lot of guys are trying that sand tire when they're home on different tracks and getting used to it, and a lot of guys want to get that whole shot. They want to get out front and try to check out. So it definitely helps with the start, and it's something that some guys have, and it's a great option to use.
Outside of that pattern, Rob, do you think a lot of it's to do that transition now because of the compound, not just so much the pattern and the shape of the knob?
Yeah, no, the new tire has a new construction. It's a little bit more user-friendly in the corners. It doesn't slide out as much as an 11 would. so it has that side bite. So it's kind of a perfect combination between an MX-11 and an MX-3S, and that's our new MX-12.
Nice.
So a little less compromise.
Yes.
It's good, obviously, in sand and mud like always, but not as bad in the other conditions, because that was always the thing. The bike would slide side to side, so it's improved there.
Yeah, the MX-11 was designed for deep mud, deep sand, and something we wanted to work on is when the track got a little bit more hard packed, got a little bit of the faces of the jumps, the corners. We wanted to improve the side bite of the tire. And if you look at the tire, you can actually visibly see the side knobs. We have a progressive cornering block technology, block within a block on the side of the tire to help through that harder sections of the dirt, which Loretta's has a hard base, but sometimes a little bit muddy on top, and that would be the perfect setup if you're used to it. A lot of guys like Mike Brown, he just wants to go with his tried and true, something that he's consistent with, that he knows is the MX-3S.
Look back to the D752,
Yep.
one of the legendary diggers. But man, if you weren't familiar with that tire,
Exactly.
if you weren't prepared for its reactions to a hard pack, rock, and that kind of thing, then it could be a handful of a tire. But you're talking about a tire now that, man, it's just got a broad spectrum of soil surfaces and types that it can handle.
Yeah, for sure, and we're really excited about it. So if you guys haven't seen it, definitely check it out. It's definitely worth taking a look at and have it on your rig as an option tire if it's rainy or if it's a sand track.
33-second lead for Mike Brown.
Yeah.
Well, I like it. You know, he likes threes.
Right?
He likes threes.
Exactly. They look good on him.
They look good. Threes look good on him, so that's cool, Mike Brown, to get the 33-second lead. Let's see if he tries to keep it here.
He likes threes. He's got 3 1s right now and a score of 3 heading into the the end of this race here soon. We're 16 minutes into this one, so should be seeing some 2-lap action and white flags coming out here over the course of the next couple of laps.
Well,
I don't
it
know
sounds like it's all adding up for the number 3.
3, yeah. 3 1s. That's the 3.
But look how cool this is. You got Mike Brown, Nate Ramsey, Buddy Antonez,
Yes.
Barry Karsten. All these past champions are in this class. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's awesome to have these guys out here like this. And I got to imagine, okay, it doesn't mean anything. These guys aren't using this to get $1 million pro deals. But you know who these dudes are. The pride,
Are you
the
kidding
bench
me?
racing, the smack
You
talking.
better believe it, dude. We're having a lot of fun with it right now, and so are they. But I can tell you this much: there's going to be some rip jabbing and stuff this afternoon. There's going to be some posts on the social media this afternoon.
Yep.
These guys are in it just as hard as the 65 riders. Okay, it means just as much to these guys. And as Fox said, I'm going to tell you something. This is like we're watching 1988, 1993, all over again, dude.
I'm not going to say how old I was during that time, but I do remember him.
You actually do? Okay. All right.
You actually remember
Not
that
quite
you
that
look
young.
pretty
Not quite that young. I'll tell you, we had a Kawasaki question and answer Wednesday night. We had McGrath, Villopoto, and Cianciarulo. And Cianciarulo said that he got into the sport. He's kind of a unique case. His dad didn't race. He
Right.
got into the sport from watching it on TV.
We talked about that earlier.
Yeah. And he said it was the 1999 Bar to Bar DVD that he watched all day on loop. And he said it was McGrath was the guy, so that was his hero. And you could almost see the sense of relief on Jeremy McGrath that there is still a young pro that he's still the guy for. Like he's
Right.
not quite old enough
Well,
where he's not relevant.
I can tell
Yeah.
you, Jason, till guys like you and I are dead and gone, those VHS are going to be there, those DVDs.
Yes.
Guess what? My grandkids are going to be watching that. They're going to know.
I hope
it's going to
so,
be relevant.
yes.
I got an 8-year-old girl that doesn't really ride a lot, but she knows who she's named after, Bob Hanna. She's
okay,
seen,
all right. So
she's
she
seen
understands.
Marty Smith ride, okay?
Okay.
She gets it.
It gets scary because I remember when Carmichael came and raced 25 plus a couple years ago, 3 kids in the fence said, man, I've never watched him ride before. And I'm like, we're already there. We have 7-year-olds who have never seen him ride a motorcycle in person. So
Oh,
for
my goodness.
McGrath to hear that Adam Cianciarulo, who's pretty young, still looked up to him. He was pre-Carmichael, pre-Reed, pre-Stewart. I think you can see the sense of relief. He's still young enough for the kids that are racing now to have looked up to him.
That's so awesome. We had some fun yesterday. I'm trying to constantly educate the guys in the dealership about the pass and this and that. So we pull up the kids from Fox Video.
Oh, the best
with
ever.
Travis and Bubba. Bubba talking about his girlfriend.
Yes.
How he is with the ladies.
Shot right here at Loretta's.
Yeah,
Shot right here at
exactly.
Loretta's.
Exactly.
Yeah. Pastrana,
So,
Stewart, and Carmichael when they were all kids.
yeah, looking back like they were our kids. For
Yeah,
sure, dude.
maybe the best scouting video of all time.
Possibly.
It was like 10 years before they were
Possibly.
pro.
How about a dream team for a clothing line?
Yeah, they have a good history here. I'm just going to put it that way. They have a very good history of picking the right people.
Well, the rain begins to fall, Rodney Tomlin. Jason Wygant making his way down to the podium, and our man Rob Fox sitting in there. Rob's starting to pick up a little bit, going to get a little wetter here this afternoon, so still going to recommend the same tire?
Yeah, I mean, the track still has that hard base, but if it really becomes a downpour and real mud, then I would definitely suggest the MX-11 or MX-12, but I think everybody should be pretty safe with the MX-3S. It's our go-to tire no matter what.
And go to Dunlop and take advantage of the special deals going on right now. So low, Jeff Cernick sent a text, they won't even advertise the price.
Yeah, definitely go up there and see Jeff and see what we got going on to take some tires home and save on some shipping as well.
Alrighty, sounds good. Rob Fox from Dunlop, accelerate your soul. And right now we are accelerating through these final moments of this third Moto, the senior 40-plus class. Again, we got Mike Brown leading Nate Ramsey here in the final Moto. 45 seconds between first and second place. John Gruey, look at this, has taken over the third place position, but Antonez is still knocking on the door back there. There was 0.6 of a second that separated him last time. Now it's opened up to 7 seconds. So John Gruey turned on the afterburners last time around, looks like.
Rodney, it's absolutely delivered, and you know what? It just goes back to that track savvy. Nobody knows how this place develops better than guys like Foley, Gruey, Karsten. They understand, they get it, and here's the proof in the pudding. I don't want to say how much younger a lot of these guys are than Gruey, but they're a lot younger than Gruey, and that guy's bringing the heat year after year, moto after moto, and hanging on to another podium finish against the likes of Mike Brown, Nathan Ramsey, Buddy Antonez, Karsten, and a whole flock of great guys.
Well, I know that Gruey is 51, Barry Karsten at 50, and he's still running strong with these lower to mid-40 riders like Brown and Ramsey and Antonez. I think he's, what, 45 or something? So, wow, just pretty good stuff. Now, as we take a look at the overall, as Jason Wygant had mentioned, Mike Brown liking the threes. He's got 3 Moto wins coming at him if he can finish up these final moments of Loretta Lynn's third Moto, and he does as the checkers fly. And Mike Brown is your senior 40-plus Rocky Mountain ATVC Amateur National Motocross Champion.
And leaving no doubts, Rodney. Mike going 1-1-1, a score of 3. But the proof's in the pudding for that number 70 bike, John Gruey. 2-4-3, a guy consistent as they come, used to the program. But I can tell you, you got James Evans in there, Barry Karsten, Nathan Ramsey, Buddy Antonez, Palmart, Kiefer, Velati. All these guys well-versed and well-schooled in this craft. And I can tell you, every one of those guys left 100% out there like any 65 or 85 rider here today.
Well, I'm going to tell you, I think that Mike Brown will likely have almost a 1-minute gap whenever Nate Ramsey comes around to take the checkers here in just a moment, about any time actually. And that, John Gruey, another 16 seconds back. A convincing win in the senior 40-plus class. Good to see Nate Dogg back here. He's going to get 3rd overall as far as the national championship is concerned with a 9.22. Gruey, like you pointed out, a 2.43 will be your 2nd overall. But, man, you can't deny it. You can't beat those 3 1s like that of Mike Brown. So he is your national champion. But our top 3 here will be Brown, Ramsey, and Gruey as they have crossed the line. And Buddy Antonez likely take the 4th place position, but headed to the podium right now is Gruey, Ramsey, and Brown as we get set to celebrate down there. You can see the 25 of Nate Ramsey here in the pits as he wraps his moto up. Had a lot of fun. You can tell by the way these guys get off the bikes, they enjoy themselves out there on the track.
Yeah, the same enthusiasm in any 8-year-old getting off a bike here today. The same thrill as any 15-year-old that's getting off of the bike. And 52 seconds, you said nearly a minute. Turns out to be 52 seconds for Mike Brown. And we're talking about 52 seconds on average lap times of about 2:08.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Mike just extremely focused here today. Always well-schooled, well-trained, and never an issue when it gets physical for Mike Brown. Never stack your chips against him when it gets physical.
He's a brawler. There's no doubt about that. He can make it happen. So we'll be heading down to the podium here.
All right, now it's raining. I want to save Mike Brown as
Right
the
now.
champion and the Moto winner for last, so I got to hustle John Gruey on up here and also Nathan Ramsey. But I have good news for them. The podium does have a roof on it. So if you guys come over here, John, you'll get to stay dry. And an umbrella girl, KTM, one of the most overqualified umbrellas in the industry. Christy from KTM going to bring the umbrellas over to help these guys out. Come around front here, John. Well, he gave it a shot at 51 years old to win the title in the 40-plus, and he rode darn awesome. He's on the podium. Let's hear it for John Gruey. Okay, well, you get faster every year as you get older, so next year you'll be even better, right?
Yeah, you know, Mike, he already said he's just retiring right now. He just, you know, I'm going to do a couple seasons of enduro cross in one season, and then I'll be ready. Yes. But, dude, anytime he can get out on a track with Mike or Nate and, you know, even come close. So I'm super pumped. Be 51 and run with these guys, and that's what it's all about.
Awesome. Who do you want to thank, John?
Team Babbitt's, Team Green Kawasaki, Amsoil, Fox Gear, Renthal handlebars, Dunlop tires, hooking up great, factory connection suspension, Tamer whole shot device, it's awesome, and Decal Works, Twin Air, Bell helmets, if I didn't say them, but man, everybody that helps me, I appreciate it so much, and sometimes we forget to say it up here, but I mean, they know we appreciate it.
All right, there it is, folks. John Gruey taking third on the number 70. All right. We're looking for Nathan Ramsey, who got second in the moto. Our overqualified umbrella girl just showed how qualified she is. She just got an umbrella for herself. Okay, she just got an umbrella for herself. That's a good point. What's the point of an umbrella now if you've been riding a moto in the rain? You're already muddy. Well, way to dig it out. Nate Ramsey crashed in Moto 1, came all the way back to 9th with a motorcycle severely out of alignment. And his reward is he will not only finish second in this moto, but I think that's good enough for third overall. So let's hear it for Nate Dogg. Yo, getting booed by his son. Yeah, that's how they are, Dad. Hey, you could have given up in that first moto, but you did not.
Yeah, I would be lying if I didn't say that ran across my mind. But then I thought about all those little Orange Brigade guys that are going to give me a hard time. And, you know, I just jumped up and tried to loosen back up, and then as I kind of got going, I got looser. So I said, let's do it. We got to get to the checkered flag. So, yeah.
How are you feeling into these other motos? This was obviously a pretty good one.
Yeah, you know, I was pretty stiff that next day, and, you know, I got my buddy Rusty over there, chiropractor, cracked me a couple days in a row, got me loosened back up. So today I definitely felt better. The moto this morning didn't go very well. I just kind of had a couple crashes and just didn't put it together. But, you know, this one was pretty good. You know, I would have liked to have been able to see Brown. That's kind of been my whole deal. Try and see Brownie for as long as I can, and I know that'll create some separation from the rest of the guys. And, you know, obviously he's an animal still. So if I could have hung with him a little bit, that would have been a lot of fun. But I had a good time. You know, I had to go by a couple people this time. Still had a pretty decent start, and the lines were really important out there. So I think I found a few pretty good ones on the side lap, and got out there and put that KTM 450 to use.
All right. 1 second here. It gets really loud as the bikes go by for a parade lap. I don't want to drown out your sponsors. Okay, Nate. Who do you want to thank, man?
Definitely KTM, Orange Brigade. You know, Christy really kind of drove this in for me to ride, and it's been a lot of fun. Me and my buddy, Budman, we've been putting in some time together and coaching each other and stuff like that. So it's been a lot of fun. Obviously, you have some ups and downs here, just like always, except unless you're Mike Brown. But yeah, the normal people do anyway. But it's been a great time. You know, these guys put on a good event. I mean, as far as this morning, I mean, it downpoured right before our race, and it still was pretty good. They did a great job, the track crew. So I'm really happy. Twisted Development really kind of cleaned up my bike and just made it really good and rideable. TLD, obviously, for the gear, but also for a little bit of love that they gave on the way up and while we're here. For sure, Alpine Stars and 100% Goggles. Anybody else, you know, I got some family and friends that came out, so it's nice to have them here. Miss my wife and my daughter, but won't be long. We'll be home soon.
All right, there it is. Nate Dogg, a Tennessee native originally, finishes up second. Let's hear it for Nathan Ramsey. And now we have to hand over all the accolades. That includes the whole shot award, a gold medal for the moto win. Where's the darn shield? Where's the shield, kids? All right, we'll get it. Oh, they just set it up for the photos. Now, let's give it to the man who earned it. Let's hear it for the number 30, your new champion of 40+, Mike Brown. Okay, the previous moto, I'm up on the podium like this, watching your start, and the gate dropped, and I swear you had a 3 bike length lead as you were going over the gate. What kind of jump did you get?
No, I had a good gate there. It was one of the driest ones this morning when I went on the first gate pick this morning, and it was somebody had piled dirt all up on the gate, and I just dug it off, and it's pretty dry underneath. So I got lucky there being the first pick. But no, the bike, the Husqvarna, the Rockstar guys has worked hard this week. My mechanic Scott's been working on the bike for a month. So yeah, I'm happy to get starts. You know, I like to start maybe 5th and see how I could do. I don't know, maybe not win, but it'd be good. But no, I'm glad to be out here racing. Like Nathan said, it's good to be racing. You know, I know people say we shouldn't be out here, but what are we supposed to do when we get old and we can't race with the fast guys? We got to race something, and being out here is fun, and being here all week and being around the young kids and watching those. Like, I've not been around it in so long, I don't know half the kids, so it's good to catch up on some of the names and watch them kids go fast.
This is cool. You do have some history here. You did win here before. What's it like compared to 88, 89, and now?
I don't know. It was tough back then with Ron Hughes and McGrath and all those guys, and I did win a couple times there, but it was good. It's always good to win. Doesn't matter what it is, if it's racing go-karts or riding motorcycles. I love to win, and I try my hardest when I'm on the track or whatever I'm doing.
All right, who do you want to thank for it, Mike?
Husqvarna for giving me the opportunity to do this at 45 years old, and Rockstar, Bell, Rhino, Alpine Star, FMF for giving me the good equipment too, and Oakley goggles, FXR gear, and all the people puts the race on. It's a heck of a show here.
Cool. All right, there it is. He came, he saw, he conquered. He's your new champion in 40 plus, Mike Brown.